Yo. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? So, the Colorado Supreme Court has filed a complaint against DA Linda Stanley. Now, I want to tell you people, I've been super sick. I'm in week 3. Now, we're going to go through the court documents. We're going to skim through it. It's like 20 pages. Let's see what else. So, if my voice goes out, I'm going to do the where they read it out loud for you, okay? Also, I'm going to show you some clips. Let's see. One is from, I think, July of this year. Her breaking her silences. I never seen it before. And then the other one is, oh, let me look. What's this one? Oh, she has let so many criminals go. A guy that killed his baby didn't get charged because of discovery violations. So let's watch this here first. This is an interview she did with Fox 21. This should have happened a long time ago. Oh.
Now to Fox 21. After allegations from the public and leaders in Fremont, Custer Park, and Chaffee counties who said that 11th Judicial DA Linda Stanley has not been doing her job. In an exclusive interview, Fox 21's Rhea Jha sat down with the DA, who says she wants to set the record straight.
Amidst numerous accusations of attorney misconduct, case dismissals, and reduced charges for felons, 11th Judicial District Attorney Linda Stanley hasn't spoken to the media since August of 2021.
I think it's very important to set the record straight.
Stanley brought me into her Canyon City office to break her silence.
Prosecutions shouldn't be political, and that means it shouldn't be coming from law enforcement or from the district attorney's office.
The Fremont County Sheriff says Stanley's office has had 995 cases dismissed during her 2-year term, and community members are concerned.
We have murders that are being discharged, dismissed, whatever. The victims are suffering.
These cases include felonies like murders, sexual assault on a child, and kidnapping.
I've been doing this work a long time, and I can tell you that I'm seeing cases dismissed that other prosecutors could have won.
Stanley says these numbers are skewed.
Does that sound even remotely correct?
No, they're not real numbers.
Fox 21 started digging into the number that law enforcement officials have been citing to the media. We found out that there were 995 cases dismissed, but the Fremont County Sheriff's Office confirmed that around half of them were not filed during Stanley's term.
Unless you're looking at every case and why it was dismissed, it's completely inappropriate and inaccurate to say this is our number of dismissals and therefore we're doing a horrible job.
Some dismissals and charge reductions occur when a prosecutor commits a discovery violation by failing to disclose evidence or witnesses, something that attorneys and judges allege Stanley's office has a pattern of. In a 21-page order earlier this year, Fremont County Judge Caitlin Turner listed over 20 cases from the last 2 years with discovery violations by Stanley's office. In April, one of these cases led Judge Turner to sanction the district attorney. In that case, the person charged with first-degree murder got away with a reduced charge due to lack of evidence from Stanley's office.
This has nothing to do with politics. This has to do with the district attorney not doing the job that she should be doing in these 4 counties.
Stanley appealed the sanction, saying her office would never willfully withhold evidence. However, the Colorado Attorney Regulation Council is actively investigating Stanley's office for attorney misconduct, following a complaint that also alleges a continued pattern of discovery violations. This complaint came after charges were dismissed in the closely followed case against Barry Morphew, a Chaffee County man accused of killing his wife.
Do you think you have a pattern of discovery violation?
Absolutely not. They're not going to find anything. It's a witch hunt, in my opinion.
Stanley says it has been difficult to remain silent through the allegations.
I stand up for people all the time, every day. So me not being able to stand up for myself was difficult.
Oh,
Reporting in Canyon City,
Yeah.
Rhea Jha, Fox 21 News.
isn't that interesting? Okay, and that was like in July. She is getting sued by Barry Morphew, and the crazy thing, because I just skimmed through the document, or no, what was it? I can't remember. Okay, but what I did read is Judge Lama, you remember he said he left or retired because of health conditions? No, he did because of her. I knew it. She's evil. And everything I say is alleged here. However, in the documents, it states when she was on Profiling Evil about her in the comment section. I want to tell you people this. I was smart and I did a video on that and I showed her comments. Now today, under Mike King's Profiling Evil, there's only one comment that I can find. But just saying, they're all gone. Too bad, Linda. I got them. You were stupid. I'm telling you, Anna, I have been so sick. It's unreal. This is week number 3. And the weird thing about it is I don't know when it's going to be at its worst because it actually makes me, I don't know, exhausted. I can't explain it. So like when I feel good, I'll do something. You know what I mean? And I got some home stuff going on. I'm not going to share with the internet because people are mean. I feel better. I was going to ask you, Kit, but seeing where you said you weren't. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll watch this next thing here. Which one's this? Oh, I want to say this also. Off the top of my head, don't quote me. There's been like 8 SA offenders against children that have been set free or no charges or cases dismissed because of her. There is so many sanctions against her. It's unreal. It's all about power with her. Get her out of there, people. Fremont County, get her out.
About what led up to a baby's death inside a Canyon City motel room. The 11th Judicial District Attorney sounding off about the behavior of the 21-year-old Canyon City man charged with killing the child. Investigative reporter Sean Rice is live in our newsroom to explain what the DA is revealing about that case tonight. Sean.
Yeah, Bart, 21-year-old William Jacobs is accused of shaking and killing a baby he was watching inside a Motel 6 room in May. District Attorney Linda Stanley says she feels so strongly about this case, she's tabbing herself as the lead prosecutor. In the case of a baby death, she says was completely avoidable.
I think she saw a live-in babysitter. Now she can just really pound out the hours, right? She's got a live-in babysitter now. She doesn't have to worry about anything, right?
District Attorney Linda
listen to
Stanley
her.
is speaking about Brooke Crawford.
Do you hear how she's talking about this mother? And she's saying this on a news station, you guys.
The Canyon City mom charged with child abuse resulting in death. Her 10-month-old son, Edward, was left in the care of William Jacobs back in May. Police say Jacobs told detectives he shook and slapped the baby on the back to get him to breathe.
I had just had so many buzzers going off when they said the boyfriend was watching them.
While police investigated the case, the baby died at Children's Hospital. That's when DA Stanley's office upgraded Jacobs' child abuse charges to first-degree murder.
There's no witnesses. There's no nothing. There's, there was a whole lot of things indicative of a prior incident with that baby.
Prior abuse that Stanley says is the direct result of Jacobs having direct access to a child he didn't care about. She says the pair moved into a Motel 6 room together mere days after meeting one another. The DA tells 13 Investigates the criminal evidence points to a relationship where the child was not their first priority.
Without the caring factor, without the love factor, then it's the baby's a pain in the.
The DA
Did you
says
hear that?
just before the baby was
The baby's a pain in the ass. Come on. What DA talks about like this?
killed, Jacobs had been released from a youth correctional facility. She says Jacobs was previously convicted of a sex crime and assault.
I mean, I'm going to be
Listen to
very
that.
blunt here. He has zero investment in this child. Zero. He's watching that baby so he can get laid. That's it. And have a place to sleep.
Did you hear that? A place for him to get laid. Wow.
I'm sorry to be that blunt, but honest to God, that's what's going on.
Today, we reached out to Jacobs' attorney for comment on Stanley's views of his motive.
You guys. They need to get her out of office. People in Fremont County, get rid of her. Yeah, listen to her, man. She is. She don't know how to be quiet. Because she thinks she's always right. She's got abuse of power. Okay, and like I said, because she was on Mike King's show 3 times. She was on, I think, somebody else's. She text messaged with Jules another day in the car. All about Barry's case. Who is she? Well, if you've been keeping up with the Barry Morphew case, you'd know that is so much to go through. You could find it all over the internet. I got a playlist. His case got dismissed. He was charged with murder of his wife. Okay, here we go, people. Yeah, it's just too much to go through. All right. Here we go. Now here, it just says the complaint, okay, from the Supreme Court. Let's see. When did they file this? They filed it October 30th. Here are the allegations. So let me see. It talks about she won her campaign in November 2020. On May 10th, 2020, Suzanne disappeared. Massive search and rescue, along with potential criminal investigation, the CBI and FBI. She didn't have the case ready. Chaffee County PD and other enforcement executed hundreds of search warrants, a massive amount of electronic data. It was a high-profile case. Respondent was aware of Suzanne's investigation prior to becoming the DA. And she was the DA on January 12, 2021. Respondent met with law enforcement regarding the ongoing Morphew investigation. In the meeting was Alex Walker, Joseph Cahill, Robin Burgess, Deputy District Attorney Jeff Lindsay. Okay. As of January 2021, no charges have been filed in her disappearance. Lindsay was to lead the investigation as a prosecutor. Okay, from April 30th to May 3rd, 2021, Walker emailed Linda an amended draft affidavit for arrest warrant for Barry. Judge Murphy was the first judge on the case, you guys, and he found probable cause, and that's when they arrested him, Barry. Respondent, which is Linda, and the assistant, Lindsay, that's how I'm going to use their names. May 18, 2021, they filed a complaint and information with a list of charges against Barry Morphew. 1 count of murder, 1 count of tampering with the deceased human body, 1 count of tampering with physical evidence, possession of a dangerous weapon, attempt to influence a public servant. Hold on, you guys. Here we go. I almost can't talk. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Okay, from April 21st to August 2022, respondent was in contact via text messaging with Mike King, host of Profiling Nebo. See, we didn't know that they were texting. I wonder if it was on, the government phone or her personal. And Mike King, I'm just saying, you should know better. You should know better. You were in law enforcement. You shouldn't have done any of that stuff with her, even having her on your channel. I said it. I'm like, what the hell is she doing on there? Mike King is part of a global network of true crime podcasts, influencers, and his YouTube channel discussing true crime. Respondent frequently updated King and responded to his request for information. His request. What the hell is going on with these? And I don't care if people think I mean. These retired law enforcement. They all know better. They all think they're better than us, just, whatever. I could say a lot, but I better shut my mouth. Okay. On May 5th, 2021, the same day, Walker submitted an arrest warrant to the court for Morphew's arrest. Linda attended the press conference along with the sheriff there. He was taken into custody, and when asked a question, he said he wanted a lawyer, and questioning ended. On May 15, 2021, now look at the dates. Barry was arrested May 5th. Mike King text responded asking her for more information about, oh my God, you guys. See, I'm just looking at this right now with you people. Okay, he texted her asking about the short rifle Barry had allegedly to kill Suzanne. As it had been identified in the complaint, respondent said, I will see what I can do, only because it's you, Mike. Holy shit. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, King texts Linda and asked her if perhaps Mr. Morphew strangled her in the hot tub. What? Mike King, you know better. Respondent replied, we think she always left her purse in the car. June 2021, King texts her again to a comment about a new video on Barry Morphew. Respondent said, I'm great, thanks. We got him, no worries. Wow. Okay, if anybody followed this case, from beginning to now, this is crazy. I never heard them texting back and forth. So obviously it was on her work phone. Or allegedly, maybe Mike King, I don't know, sent it to them. I don't know. Respondent was aware that Salida office did not have enough bandwidth to send to defense counsel large amounts of electronic discovery data, videos, and photos via the action in a timely manner. Morphew counsel filed a motion to compel and for sanctions because the prosecution failed to timely disclose all info. Okay, Judge Murphy ordered in response to the defendant's discovery declaring the defense requests all emails, text messages between law enforcement, prosecutors, anybody pertaining to the case. And he talked about the case law. Any kind of electronic communications must be disclosed to the defense. Yeah, and that didn't happen. Okay. And then July 2021, prosecution disclosed May 19th, CODIS DNA casework match letter containing potential exculpatory info, which the prosecution had in its possession 2 months prior to the disclosure. And that's before. Okay, Dippy, thanks for coming through. On July 22nd, 2022, another hearing with Judge Murphy determined prosecution had violated discovery rules by failing a timely matter to provide cell phone data, electronic discovery to the defense. And then they have within 7 days to do it. And between August 22nd or July 22nd to August 2nd, a significant amount of info to the defense. So they talk about the CODIS match and the letter and the CODIS match in Illinois. August 2021, Linda contacted Dan Evans, who at the time was not employed by the DA office, to assist with motions to practice and prosecution of Barry Morphew. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Stacey was able to obtain help on the Morphew case by obtaining $100,000 from Chaffee County commissioners. Wow, you guys. The funds obtained by the sheriff could support hiring additional personnel. Mark Hubert was hired an additional deputy district attorney. He began on the case August 4th. And it talks about the prelim. Then again, it talks about the DNA. They talk about the DNA swab from Suzanne's Range Rover, partially matched to an unknown suspect of an essay. Defense questioned Walker about the letter extensively on when he was on the stand. Okay, prosecutors and respondents office filed May 19th the CODIS DNA match letter containing the evidence, info in their possession. The letter was not disclosed to the defense. 2 months later, July 20th, only 20 days before the prelim. Okay, here we go. Respondent goes on profiling evil. August 24th to the 25th, the last 2 days of the hearing, defense cross-examined from CBI Agent Cahill regarding the match. August 24th, 10:31 a.m. during the third day, Mike King text respondent the question, feeling good, with the question mark. She said yes, only because the judge has basically indicated that he's done. that's good for us. Mike King. This is terrible. He's going to have to be a witness now. He should know better. I don't care if he's law enforcement. And then she said here, August 24th, in a text message, now the noise. I heard the defendant tried to stare you down this morning. That's what Mike said. Linda said, I stared him down. I have tried to every single day. Wow. King responded via text message. King would say to his audience about the Morphew case and what King would say to his audience about the respondent. Respondent appeared on Mike's YouTube channel called Profiling Evil on August 30th. During that, respondent made written statements, online comment section of the podcast. Okay, little do they know, they don't know this. She was on Mike's channel 3 times, not 1 time, 3. Just saying, okay? And it says written statements in the comment section. They're gone. Like I said, there's only 1, but I got the rest. In addition, immediately after the podcast, respondent used her own name and username, numerous comments in response to various members of the public who had also written comments to Profiling Evil. Okay, this is about what commenters were saying. Okay. And they're talking about, who's this person? Username. I don't know who that is. Okay, he asked questions about the DNA. This is her comment right here to that person. So I'll read that. The judge explained why he was going to take time with it. He actually should, because there's a lot of evidence omitted. I'm curious how long. Oh, no. She didn't respond to that. Sorry. Respondent, Linda exchanged Facebook Messenger messages with Jules Wolf, creator of True Crime with Jules. That's my girl, Jules, my sis. So she was texting Jules on Messenger. Jules asked whether Morphew was getting ready to flee. She said, possibly. Text messages are made to the public by Jules for the public to read. Good for her. Another sanction violation, September 16, 2021. Responded statements to the media, written comments to the public on Profiling Evil YouTube channel, and Jules. You guys hear that? Defense requested a $50,000 bond. Prosecution requested $10 million, and then it was set for $500,000. Okay, more sanctions. September 17, 2021. Mike King, text respondent, questioned him about the hearing. Respondent said, not surprised, he's on bail. No CH, our CBI witness, Cahill, majorly screwed up the testimony. However, he's not on the case no more. Because you're a bully, Linda. There's prosecution team struggles with staffing. Lindsay resigned October 2021, gave a 4-week notice, and that was a deputy. And then Herbert took over the case after that. October 29th, Lindsay left the 11th district. Respondent hired Bob Wiener to assist on the Barry Morphew case. There was a court hearing on the defense motion for sanctions for pretrial statements, which highlighted numerous statements by respondent to the media, as well as written to the public and to Jules and to Mike King. And I say it like that because Mike King should know better. You know what? I'll probably get hate about this, but I don't care. Okay, and then if you guys remember, Judge Murray took himself off the case because he was good friends with the lawyer representing Barry's new girlfriend. Judge Lama was assigned. Okay, the 31st, order granting change of venue. Lama determined that the respondent out of court statements materially that Barry wasn't going to get a fair and impartial jury. Respondent fails to ensure the prosecution team properly discloses its experts. This is crazy. Respondent knew or should have known Morphew case depended heavily on the expert testimony, given there's no body to establish murder and much of the typical forensic evidence and a homicide is not available. Disclosure requirements needed to be fully met on time. This is crazy. Okay, disclosures were due February 14, 2022. Edwards drafted the expert disclosures without ever reviewing the discovery, only pulling names from the pleadings. Oh my God. What a mess. No one from the prosecution team timely disclosed the CB and expert reports of prosecution experts as required. The 24th, the hearing was disclosed. And the prosecution conceded that disclosures did not comply with the rule or the court's case management order. The prosecution sought and received an extension February 28, 2022. On the 24th, Edwards filed a notice of withdrawal and left the prosecution's team. Oh my God, you guys. The 28th of February 2022, Herbert filed people superseding endorsement of expert witness, which admitted that some expert listed were still in the process of preparing a statement. February 28th was still missing experts from CB, from various experts were required prior to order. Respondent was full aware that the defense filed multiple motions to exclude experts' opinions based on the prosecution's failure to comply. March 2nd, defense filed supplement to motion to strike expert witness. Grant Ghostberger joined the Morphew prosecution team March 2022. Have I talked to Jules? No. I don't know what's going on with her. I mean, I could have reached out to her, but I've had so much going on, and I don't know. I think I see her on Twitter, but I'm hardly on Twitter. I don't understand Twitter. Okay. March 3rd, 2022. Additional discovery, including emails with law enforcement, was created far back as May 2020. Prosecution obtained during November 2021 and January 18, 2022. On the March 7th, well after the extended expert supplement disclosure deadline, Herbert filed good faith witness list and notice of endorsement of witnesses. On the 8th, defense filed supplement to motion to discovery sanctions. For February 28th, and March 3rd because they weren't getting the documents, you guys, on a timely manner. They weren't ready. Court issued a verbal order striking several prosecution experts, finding the prosecution failed to comply. The court finds a pattern of neglect demonstrating a need for modification of parties' discovery practice in the case. This trial is an ambush. That's exactly what the rules are designed to prevent, and I'm not finding it willful, but I'm finding a pattern, and I'm finding prejudice. There's a record to support pattern of neglect. What do you guys think? The night before the hearing, Grossberger called Spence to prepare him for the hearing, and at the point learned no one on the prosecution team had actually spoken to Spence. Spence expressed opinions during his phone call with Grossberger the night before that Schrick's hearing was not entirely consistent with what had been included in the prosecution's expert endorsement. Okay. Prosecution initially and supplemental expert endorsed for Spence had indicated that Spence would offer an opinion based on law enforcement canine Roscoe following a scent down to the creek of the Morphew home. But this was not consistent with Spence told Grossberger the night before. See, look at this, you guys. What a mess. I mean, there's things in here that I never heard of before. The text messages is what got me. And Mike King, you should have known better. Grossberger acknowledged in court that because the prosecution had endorsed Spence as an expert but failed to turn over Spence's report, which Grossberger reported he had no prior knowledge. Prosecution did not comply with that rule. Okay, Dippy, see you later. Grossberger, proposed the remedy was for the court to strike Spence as a witness. The court agreed on March 30th, 2022. Witness Spence, based upon the stipulation of the people, had failed to disclose the opinion and report of their own expert. April 8, 2022, the court granted another one of defense's motion for sanctions, discovery violations. The people failed to put in place a system to preserve emails, as ordered by Murphy on June 3rd. The court finds a continuing pattern of the people failure to comply with rules. October 8th. People actions amount of neglect, reckless, regarded for the Rule 16. So they were pretty pissed off. Trial was set for April 28, 2022. Respondent was informed that the prosecution team, the expert dog handler Spence, had been excluded. 16 experts endorsed by the prosecution, 15 were excluded. Respondent orders investigation of Judge Lama after a series of adverse rulings. 2 days after the court hearing regarding the prosecution's expert disclosures, respondent texts Morphew. What? Wow, this is interesting. Jules is in here. She might have to go to court. Respondent texts the Morphew prosecution team. Now Herbert, Wiener, and Grossberger, a petition started by Jules another day in the car. Respondent sent the prosecution team the petition written by Jules, which claimed ex-wife of Judge Lama is an advocate of Suzanne, the victims of domestic abuse, which is true. Respondent continued texting that other prosecution encouraged them to investigate where Lama ever abused his ex-wife. What? I don't recall that he abused his wife. I thought she was part of the group that Suzanne was in. Sorry, guys, I'm getting something to drink. So what they tried to do here, I'm just gonna do the clip notes. We couldn't understand Lama's orders that were so against us, and he normally is not like that. And after discussing what's going on, and the two got together, let's see if we can get somebody to interview her. Oh my God, you guys, listen to what Linda's doing. Of course you're lost, Dippy. This is a case you got to file or pay attention from the beginning. Otherwise, it's going to be confusing. It really is. Just like Lori Vallow. There's so much. What a mess. So what she wanted to do was try to interview Judge Lama's wife. So now they're talking about abuse Judge Lama did to his wife. And who's Walker? Commander Walker of Chaffee County Sheriff. Okay. Refused. He refused. Telling respondent she had no good source for the investigation. Yeah, I don't recall that, you guys. Okay, then respondent enlisted her own investigation to interview Judge Lama's wife. Wow. Okay, April 7, 2022, Linda told investigator Andrew Corey he was going to interview Judge Lama's wife. Okay, respondent's investigator Andrew Corey interviewed Judge Lama's wife. Corey reported that Judge Lama's wife told him there was never any domestic abuse in their relationship, and that Judge Lama never said anything to her about the Morphew case. Wow. Where's everybody getting this information? Okay, April 19, 2022, respondent moved to dismiss the case at the pro-trial readiness conference, which is 9 days before the trial to begin. The court granted the motion. Claim 1. Lawyer should act as reasonable, promptness, and diligence. Okay. Okay, and I pretty much just read what all these claims are, all her violations. Okay. I mean, you guys, can pause it and read it, but that's all this is. Everything I just read, pretty much. Here's another claim. Pre-trial publicity, which I just read through all that. Her talking to Mike King, Jules, and being on podcasts. And I already talked about when Barry was arrested. See, it's the same thing, you guys. Yep. So I will say this. Mike King initiated all these text messages. He texted her asking questions. Okay. So yeah, that's all this is about. And this is about her comments. It's saying the same thing. Oh, wow. See, they only know the 2 days that she was on profiling Nebo 3 times, not 2 times. Just saying. Everything I just read you is in this, okay? Oh, here's another one. Oh, I didn't know this. June 2021, Mike King text about Barry Morphew video. Respondent replied in a text, "We got him, no worries." And this talks about all the violations. And if you've been following the case, it's the same stuff. You can pause it and read it if you'd like. But she failed at everything. Abuse of power, in my opinion. Attempt to violate the rules of professional conduct, which we know. So it talks about the violations. The case, what do they call that? Laws and stuff? Statutes. Respondent, in her role as elected district attorney, instructed her chief investigator, Corey, to interview ex-wife of Judge Lama, the judge who was presiding over Morphew case. They uncovered no information that undercover information that Judge Lama would be cause for his, what's this? Well, disqualification from continuing to preside over the Morphew case. Respondent took this report despite having any credible source for suspecting Judge Lama for physically abusing his ex-wife or other conduct that would criminally or justify a criminal investigation. So they're saying here the investigator interviewed Judge Lama's ex-wife. Walker refused to interview her. Let's see. Okay. Respondent action constituted abuse of power. See, that's it right there. Oh, abuse of power. So it talks about her violations. And then it talks about a child abuse case. I think that's the one I showed you the video, you guys, about the 10-month-old baby dying. And that was March 22nd, 2023. The case was, let's see. Oh, okay. It just talks about the interview I showed you guys that we just watched. So it's just telling it word by word. So we don't need to go through that. And if you guys are just joining, I did play that video on August 5th, 2023. Interviewed, aired on KDO Channel 13, discussing child abuse cases. Oh, let's look here. Let's look. Oh, here. I already read it to you guys. Never mind. Oh, come on, man. Hold on, you guys. What do I got going on here? Stop. Thank you guys for being here with me. And the only reason why I'm skimming through it like it is because it's just talking about case law and everything she did. And we know what she did. All these sanctions, her being on podcasts. I think it's good that they are trying to hold it. Finally, yes. She should lose her law license. Okay? In my opinion. Are you freaking kidding me? Hold on, guys. Huh. Okay, back at it. Hold on. Okay, this is about that interview we just watched. If you want, I can play it again. Yep. It's just talking word by word. We watched the interview. August 8, 2023. Defense counsel for Crawford filed a motion to dismiss outrageous government conduct. But the statements she made on that case. Notwithstanding this, finally responded, did not contact KRDO to request that the video or corresponding written article to be removed from the website. Obviously, we watched it. Case law, case law. Even after she'd already suffered consequences of her statements on the Morphew case, she continued with brazen statements. Okay. Okay. Her statements had likelihood of material prejudice that Jacobs and Crawford trial. Oh God, it's still the same thing. I'm sorry, guys. It's that interview we watched. Oh my God. And then it's about her comments of the same video. So there you have it. Do you guys want to watch that video again? Because it's the same thing, you guys. We're going to stop that. Now, we're going to watch a previous video I did. Actually, I did this one 7 months ago, but actually I did it 3 years ago, I think. And you know what? I didn't play hardly any of Mike Kink's stuff because, I don't know, I don't want him to strike me. So here we go.
She says here, I wanted to personally say thank you to all of you that watched the live stream today and commented. Your comments are extremely important to me, and I read every single one of them. You all bring tears to my eyes at times. That's a rare event, for sure. Please understand I am forbidden under the rules of professional conduct to discuss any open and impacted cases. But you did, Linda, but you did. To me, they are active and open until there is a conviction. So I can't speak about the case until the jury has a verdict. Just know that I hear you, I get it, I'm on it. LE officials you have in this district are top notch. They haven't missed anything. We're doing all we can every single minute of every day. The biggest mistake anyone can make will be to underestimate you. Yeah, we got that right. There's 156 comments. And what DA goes on these, okay, which I made videos of this along with many others. Okay, here's one of 3 times that she was on profiling evil. Now listen to this.
He arrested him the next day.
That is amazing. Well, Linda, as I've kind of cyber snooped your background and over the last couple of months as we visited on the phone,
I know you're right there on the border of stalking, Mike. I got to tell you that.
it's a gift and a curse. You can't ever take the investigator out of the cop, right?
No.
Well, you didn't investigate too well, did you, Mike King? If you did, like all of us other have, and we did that years ago, like 2 years ago. I did, and we exposed a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, let's see.
But one thing that I really liked was, are you comfortable sharing your tattoo on your left wrist?
Oh, God, who
Oh,
cares?
yeah. So,
Who
yeah,
cares?
there it is.
Okay, here's another one about her being a cop in Denver. Let's listen.
Experience, but the fact that you served as a police officer in Denver was, to me, like one of the biggest bonus points in a district attorney that I've seen in a long time. How has that experience as a police officer helped you in your role as a district attorney?
So I wasn't a police officer in Denver. It was in the Denver metro area, but actually the way that I think it serves me best is because I'm able to, when I read a report, and I'm able to tell officers, you need this or that.
Okay, whatever, lady. Okay, and this is the one she was on, profiling evil a year ago in 22K. Seen this video of her talking about Morphew prelim. Okay, okay. He's all giddy because she's there, but I got to show you something funny.
A grand jury in this district. I found that out after I was elected, actually. We did want to do a grand jury for this case. However, because of COVID protocols, we weren't able to. So we had to try to get enough evidence for an arrest affidavit, enough probable cause to get that a judge would sign off on, and we did. So that's why we didn't do the grand jury. But I agree that I think it would have been a good grand jury case.
Yeah, that would. And why would a grand jury be more streamlined than the process that you just went through, a preliminary hearing?
Well, I like a grand jury because a grand jury is just common folk, basically, kind of like a jury itself. So, and they'll indict a ham sandwich, as everybody says. But I think it's important for that reason. You have common people that are there to make a decision.
This is what's funny. Look at AK came in and says, what % of the time since you've had the case would you estimate your team has spent actively searching for Suzanne? Is that funny? AK, get her, AK. Okay, let's listen to this clip.
At least 3 major murders that you've brought to the trial process. And I just want to say how impressive it is to watch you and your team of prosecutors and investigators as you jump in. There are, as you might undoubtedly expect, so many questions about the Morphew case and about the judicial process that I wanted to just get on with you, Linda, for a few minutes and talk about some of those things and get your perspective. And maybe just start right out of the gates about something that's really bothering people. I did a video last week on whether some of these things that are happening are coincidence or whether they're circumstantial, trying to somehow get across the point of how tough and yet how powerful circumstantial cases are. What's the difference between direct evidence and circumstantial evidence?
Okay.
Well, most
Enough
cases
of that. Look at my king, go giddy. Look at Linda Stanley. And I said right after this, big mistake, big mistake, big mistake. Okay, I wanted to bring this up also. You guys remember she was arguing with people in the comment section? Remember? Well, Mike King deleted all her comments, or maybe she did. I'm not 100%. She did leave one. However, I made a video, okay? After this happened, I made a video and I have all her comments that she put in this. Yeah. I think I put it on private and I'm going to unprivate today. Okay, I'll bring this up. There's 388 comments to her and even Crime Talk. Loved hearing from Linda Stanley. Great explanation of double jeopardy in the case. So anyways, I can't find the one comment, so I think that one's gone too. Okay, here's a video I did, that video I'm talking about. So I was looking here. This girl says, is this a joke to all of you?
Why is the DEA on profiling evil discussed in an open case? Is that how you do things in Colorado? Okay, there's 27 comments, and people are saying that, it's no big deal.
So, yeah, I went through all the comments that she left. And then I also did a video. It's the motion for contempt violation for her. So I'll put the link in if you want to watch that.
There you have it. I gotta find that video. Where's that video? Here we go. Okay, you guys. Here's the video right here with the comments. Hold on. We won't watch the whole video. We'll just look. Because it talks about the sanctions and all that. Let me see. Here we go. Found it. So I was looking here. This girl says, "Is this a joke to all of you? Why is the DEA on profiling evil discussed in an open case? Is that how you do things in Colorado?" Okay, there's 27 comments, and people are saying that, it's no big deal. But you get down here, Linda Stanley, what Justice Department? What are you talking about? That just kind of shows you really don't know what you're talking about. There's no Justice Department that I deal with or that has jurisdiction over me. And I don't even know of any agency that's called Justice Department. Hey, I could be wrong. Enlighten me. Yikes. I did not say that. I said if the judge didn't find probable cause on the murder charge, then we can always pursue charges again. I added that double jeopardy doesn't apply until a jury is seated. And I was asked that question by Mike. So no, I didn't say that. When he's found not guilty, that's a trial. This is a prelim. Now, mind you guys, this was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Okay? I mean, there were so many comments. I didn't even read them all. That's crazy. Okay. She says the DNA was partial, and the case in Tempe is from 2004, not around the same time of Suzanne disappeared. I don't have any ability to delete comments. You don't have the facts straight, not even close. It's no wonder you feel the way if that's what you think the facts are. Oh my God, they keep going back and forth. I know, right, Anna? Thank you very much. Because I was blown away. She was on podcasts, and she was talking about the prelim and about his arrest. Barry Morphew. Ask Lauren Sharp. She was there. All I want is the truth, too. This is why I'm telling you that your information is false. Send me the news, organizations, and link it to their story, and I will contact them directly. And I'm happy to give you. I will do. If they can take my video here if they want. I don't care. That's just more evidence. My email address if you want to send screenshots to me, but I don't delete comments and I have no ability to do so on this page. And what does she laugh at? Okay, oh my God, why is she laughing? Don't worry, I did. Okay, don't worry, I did along with the comments from you on this post. They are thrilled to show the people the type of person they elected into office. Oh no, what's going on here? Something personal? I'm always going to respond to individuals that have questions about me or what my office is doing with the case. That's my job. I tried to do that, but unfortunately, some people aren't even looking for a response. You're still, oh my, look at this. You're still here. Shouldn't you be looking for Suzanne? Wasn't that your goal? Where's Suzanne? Oh my God. This is crazy.
Wow. Okay. I know this is about Suzanne, but you know, these things come up in the motion. So I went and looked and yeah.
My name is Linda Stanley. I'm the district attorney for the 11th Judicial District, which includes Fremont County, Custer, and Chaffey
We've all
counties
watched
total.
this.
I wanted to
But I
say
want
that
you guys to hear this.
thanks for being here for everybody. And
Here
there's
we
a
go.
couple of things I'd like to address
Right here.
About this case. First, the investigation is still.
Here we go.
Thank you. Can I please, the district attorney, if you don't mind, you're not releasing the affidavit. You don't have a body. How can you prove to the members of the public that you have a strong case?
For those that didn't hear the question, he said, we're not releasing the affidavit and we don't have a body, so how can I convince the public that we have a strong case? That's my job. I'm the one that considers how strong my case is before I bring charges, and I wouldn't bring charges unless I was confident.
Look at that attitude.
Suzanne has been missing.
Mary, are you still searching for your wife, Suzanne?
No, I have. Yeah. Do you have one? Do you want a purple one?
Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry. Thank you.
Carrying a bag in it.
Grandma.
Good night.
Anything you want to say, Barry?
What do you guys think of that? Grandma, thank you. But I didn't go through every comment. Maybe I should have, but I just wanted to show you guys how she was arguing with people in the comments. I mean, there's probably, oh my God, 50 more. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh man, that sucks. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up. Oh, thank you very much. I'm going to wrap this up because I just want this one about Linda Stanley, because I'm going to get into two other cases. I got that evil social worker, that legal kidnapper. I got her, the plaintiff in the case, questioning her, destroying her on the stand. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to be live here in a little bit. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for everybody that was here.